Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about competitive Minecraft, because it's one of those things that I've never truly been sure if it is a real thing, or if it's just something that people like to believe is a real thing. You know, there's a lot of things out there on the internet, and although I've seen some really impressive gifs of some crazy high skill, Minecraft players, I've never truly known if there are just competitive Minecraft players, or if there is a real version of Minecraft that is competitive that people like to play against each other. So today I decided to spend an afternoon digging into it, and I'm going to be sharing the results with you in case you want to play competitive Minecraft with friends, and you want to set up the world of your own. Here is how you do that. So hopefully you do all enjoy today's video. If you do like it, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets know you do like competitive Minecraft and just these videos like this one. But with that said, let's get straight into it. So let's start by talking about, the very start of this journey, because I decided to look into competitive Minecraft, and the very first thing that comes up is the competitive Minecraft subreddit. And although it's not as active as any other Minecraft subreddit, there is a decent number of people that do come here on a regular basis, so clearly there is a competitive Minecraft community. Well, that's good news. There are people actually doing it. It's not just a redundant point or like something from 2012 or something. There are people who still seem to be playing competitive Minecraft, and although it's mostly just posting cool moments and stuff, it's something that's going on. Okay, good news. So then from there, although you can't really find any real information about what's going on there, it seems like there is a big sticky thread of what the general competitive scene is all about. That's their words, not mine. And basically, there's a lot of different game modes that are generally considered competitive. There's like Soup PvP, which I hadn't heard of before, but I guess kind of makes sense, which is like super old school, like 2010 stuff. But then there's more common stuff, which I actually have heard of, like survival games and stuff. But then mainly the ones that are actually considered to be competitive are either UHC, Kit PvP, or Potion PvP. So okay, we got ourselves the game mode, and they even have some servers that are recommended. And indeed, if you search it, the first thing that comes up for competitive Minecraft is actually this Bad Lion server. So Bad Lion sounds like a very strange name for a server, but what's in a name? Let's just go into it and let's give this whole thing a try. So it was a little bit unlike any other server I'd entirely been on, but there is a way to get into games, although you do have to play unranked for like a certain amount before you can play properly ranked. But here is my first experience in a competitive Minecraft game using the most common rule set I could find on this server for PvP. Okay, so I'm now in a game of competitive Minecraft, supposedly, with build UHC rule sets, which seems to mean that I have a lot of armor, I have a reasonably good sword, and also a lot of stuff that I could build with, I guess. Or, in this case, I could use a lava bucket. And yeah, the other condition seems to be we're in a giant glass cage, and it's just, a fight to the death in a reasonably interesting little scenario. I actually really like this map because it looks like it's water, but it's just blue. Well, again, it's a nice little effect. But yeah, basically, as you can see, we got it's a 1v1 where we both have a lot of health. It's not down to just rush in and deal some damage quickly, although that could decide a fight, which is, it looks like it's actually his technique kit. Okay, there we go. Place some of that there, get him not on fire. But even though that's okay, now I'm on. Okay, no, he put me out. How nice of him. But yeah, as you can see right here, okay, it's going to give me time to regenerate some health here. But yeah, basically, as you can see, the idea behind this isn't about just one quick, 2 or 3 hits wins, which is how a lot of PvP works in terms of minigames, like if you play Hunger Games and stuff, or Battle. But instead, this is more about, dealing repeated damage all in a row. I think I'm going to win this one if I can just not keep missing him, and boom, just like that. Yeah, but that's how this seems to go. It seems to be all about, having the relatively extended fights, having a really big upper hand, and actually having extended skill, which is, I guess, a bit more competitive. There's also a lot to be desired in compared to up games, but I guess the idea is to remove as much randomness and just this was a random spot of lag, and trying to add consistency in there, which is roughly what it seems to be. So anyway, let's get back to talking about it. So yeah, that was one of my first experiences with, competitive Minecraft, and I'll keep playing more games in the background. I have, roughly, a 50% win rate. I'll lose, awfully, and then I'll win just about. So, I don't know if that's a good sign or if that's a bad sign, but on the competitive Minecraft server, I did just about okay from the start, but you can clearly see how high the skill cap is in Minecraft when you're doing stuff like this, and I think that's kind of cool. So, yeah, competitive Minecraft, I think, this seems to be the major server it's on. It doesn't seem to be a very big thing. Even, at peak time, this is the biggest competitive Minecraft server. It has a couple of thousand players, which is kind of big, but nowhere near as big as kind of the minigame communities and all that sort of stuff. And I think what it real boils down to is there is a competitive faction in there, which is the playing UHC. There are lots of different ways to do competitive. There's more competitive, there's less competitive, but for the most part, if you want to play all the way competitive, there's servers like this. But you can kind of argue that any minigame has many of these elements. I mean, a lot of the skills that I learned playing Skywars or playing, Hunger Games or something like that had kind of transferred over to it. So So, I mean, you can, on some level, argue game modes like Battle are competitive. But if that's not good enough for you, if you want to, you know, really get into the skill versus skill combat of Minecraft, how do you do it? So, it seems like if you want to build this yourself, which I think I will do for console and, like, maybe do a live stream or something on it, you want to have yourself a big glass arena, because I think the arena really is a key part of it, being relatively decently sized, so you're not trapped in a box, but enough that you can't just keep backing away. You know, there's going to be limits to you, so you're always kind of trying to circle it or trying to not go too far backwards or forwards. And then you also want to make sure that everyone has, that both people have the same equipment, and try to give them as much armor as you can to kind of get the right balance between, you know, maybe like 10-15 hits to kill, so you're not having to hit way more times than they can even regenerate, and also trying to make it so that there's a decent amount of like skill in there, which I can't even quantify this whole skill thing, but it definitely did feel like it was harder to play on this server than elsewhere. So yeah, this is how I'd recommend it. Have your health regeneration off, have a glass arena, have some pretty decent equipment for both players, and you too can play competitive Minecraft. So this is a project I really want to do, like maybe as like a big stream or set up a big map. I feel like there's some real potential in making this, you know, using a couple bits of redstone and making some cool competitive Minecraft moments. But you know, in the meantime, I figured let's take you know, a build I already have with a dome, let's put some stuff in there, and let's just give this a little bit of a whirl. And I actually had a lot of fun. So in the background right now, you're actually seeing my very first game on console doing this, and it was just a lot of fun. So maybe this is something you want to try. Maybe it is something only I enjoyed, and it's one of those really niche things that, again, that's only of entertainment to me. But again, I thought it would be worth sharing with all of you with this video. So hopefully you do all enjoy it. Hopefully you learned something about competitive Minecraft or something along those lines. If you did all enjoy the video, like and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like it. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. Before we end the video, I just want to show some of the other cool moments from the subreddit that made me go, wow, yeah, this should get you pumped. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below, because I know that I'm very different in my taste for a lot of people, and I'm just curious as to where all of you lie. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching the video, because I will see you all in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.